Okay, Coach, we are at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game? Centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy. Take care of the football. We're on the road. You're a youngster. Let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you. Move on. Long way to go in this one.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Now Roethlisberger, and it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Hey, box truck.
On third and goal, Roethlisberger. They'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's fourth and goal.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Not the way they wanted to begin things. You had the interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
Here's 2nd and 8. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Steps away to his left. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 6 there on first. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Escaping the pressure right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there and a first down.
Set, ready. Hey, Reed. Come to ball, work. We won.
This is the third-round pick out of FAU, Devin Singletary. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And his pass incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
77. Hey, Alpha.
Here's Roethlisberger. And he slings one that's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for Washington. He's got a man, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington, 88 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead grows to 10-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor?
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Steven Nelson. Parker unable to get that one.
180.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st down, it's Samuels. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Black 5! Alert, alert! Easy. Here we go again. Black.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trent Murphy able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Here we go.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
Nickel. Watch the eye. Black is on.
Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 51 yards. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Eric Ebron, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They're able to locate Wilson. 25 yards that time. Wilson now in his 2nd season in Miami. First 4 years were in Kansas City. He's always been a solid complementary receiver, but Miami really hoping he can take the next step in his development, be more of a go-to guy now at 27 years of age. They'll run here with Singletary, and he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
2nd and 6 at the 49-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And he finds Parker here, complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Steven Nelson. There he goes, right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Roberts has it. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. Parker, the intended target. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
The drive starting play, good one. Give him 19. Roethlisberger now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. And now this throw complete to Washington. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Roethlisberger. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. 3 first-half touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the route is on here in this first half. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bud Dupree in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Back to throw. Going to look deep for Wilson. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get in the field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you call multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run a middle order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. 23 yards, the final tally. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to take a shot for the end. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson in the final seconds of the 1st half as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Boswell good with the extra point, and the rout is on here in this 1st half. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, his 4th touchdown on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that will extend this big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discuss.
And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Miami. 51 yards. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll give this to Singletary running right. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Flush to his right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
51, Mike. Mike 51. Rip left, rip left. Right here, guys.
On 2nd and 12, Roethlisberger gets this to his running back. That's Jalen Samuels. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks. Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Ebron with it over the middle. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back now in Pittsburgh, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Going deep here for Parker. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Ryan Switzer on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
On 2nd down now. It's Connor, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And it's caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Samuels, and this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Bravo!
51's the mic. I smell fear in that offense.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with his 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys continue to pour it on. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
It's a gain of 35. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
We own them.
They'll look to throw here. Now a desperation throw deep down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And that goes as a gain of 37 on third down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On first down, they stick with Singletary. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games, and now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in